Anti-Afro Svengalis. If you want to know who I'm referring to, be sure to catch part one because I'm not mentioning this individual's name on this video for obvious reasons. I agree with Remix. This person has no content and is hell-bent on spreading lies about people in order to keep the focus on herself. But let me put you on notice. If you get up on a platform and spread another lie about me, such as you did on Stargate's panel, we're going to see each other in court. Now, people, what did this person state? This person stated that I am perpetrating upon Let Me See Your Handcuffs and Nikki Proctor Walden, just as Let Me See Your Handcuffs perpetrated upon Breaking the Culture of Silence. Do you all remember what was done to Breaking the Culture of Silence? False CPS reports were made, false police reports were made, which means the people had absolutely no grounds to make any call. They lied and said that she'd broken her child's arm, that her house was messy, that she was a horrible parent. Total and complete lies, and it was a felony. These are felonies that were perpetrated upon Breaking the Culture of Silence. Not only that, they harassed her family. Let Me See Your Handcuffs and her co-demons harassed Breaking the Culture so badly that they had to relocate. How dare you get your drunk ass up here and spread lies about me? I'm giving you your last warning. If you get up on a platform and spread lies about me, you are going to see me in court. The law does not go by the timeline of people in these YouTube streets. These cases are very much active. Investigations are ongoing, and there was a job loss by one of Let Me See Your Handcuffs demons just this last week. You think this isn't serious? Keep running your mouths. Keep harassing people. You are soon going to feel the full force of the law. And that goes to Let Me See Your Handcuffs. That goes to Nikki Proctor Walden. That goes to you up here slandering people or anyone else out there who thinks you're going to make me or people who have made it very clear that they're not going to be your sexual harassment content. They're not going to be your cyberbullying content. We're not going to be your slander content. You heard it from me. There was a job loss, and the job loss was justified. People should not be running their mouths when they don't know what they're talking about. You could end yourself up in a court case. And then you're going to have the law coming knocking on your door and scrutinizing what's going on in your house. This is not a joke. This is not a game. And it certainly isn't funny. You need to keep that raggedy ass, drunk, belligerent mouth shut. As for Nikki Proctor Walden, for your information, I've already filed a complaint against Nikki Proctor Walden back in October of 2021. I'm preparing my second complaint, and it will be sent to the president because Nikki Proctor Walden said here on the international airwaves that the president would support what she is doing, which is sexual harassment. So if you want to hang around demons, you're going to find yourself in the same position as demons. Do not get your drunk ass back up here spreading lies about me. You're drunk 24/7. You're not going to subject me to your abuse. Let me tell you why this person struck a nerve. Number one, her actions just brought up a very horrendous memory that I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Number two, this person knows that she's slandering me. This person knows absolutely nothing about any actionable claim that Let Me See Your Handcuffs could ever file against me, nor could Nikki Proctor Walden. They are the aggressors. Any screenshot, any commentary, anything that I say, you can send wherever you want. It will get you nowhere. What came to mind is what I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to read it to you. Something that occurred here, very tragic, in the county where I reside. This happened back in 2002, but this is what came to mind, and I'm sharing it with you. So just be patient and let me read to you what occurred. On the night of Friday, February 1st, 2002, Damon Van Dam put his two sons and his 7-year-old daughter Danielle to bed. His wife Brenda went out with her girlfriends to a bar where they saw defendant David Westerfield, who lived 2 doors down from the Van Dams. When Brenda, her girlfriends, and 2 male friends came home, this is home to Daniel Van Dam's home, they noticed an alarm was flashing and the side garage door was open. They closed the door and had something to eat. Damon got up and joined them. After the friends left, Brenda and Damon went to bed. Sometime during the night, Damon awoke to find an alarm monitor flashing. He went downstairs and noticed the door to the backyard was open. He closed it and made sure the other doors were closed. He went back to sleep without checking on the children. The next morning, Danielle was missing. A neighborhood search failed to find her, and the defendant was not home. Okay, the child was found, unfortunately, murdered about 3 weeks later. Now, if you look on the bottom, you can read for yourself. I won't read this second part here, but let me tell you basically what it says. Her parents were swingers, and they were swinging that night. They were drinking that night. They were smoking marijuana that night with, I believe, 4 other people. And it was a period of nearly 9 hours since they last went and checked their daughter's bedroom or any of their children's bedrooms. They don't know exactly when this child came up missing, but what they did make the police aware of, that they had went and they saw the alarm flashing and their doors had been open and the garage was open, and they went around closing all these doors and didn't even check their children. You don't know how maddening this was. We just saw the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. That's the level of intensity this case was covered here in this community. So many people were outraged. How in the hell can you put before your children, before setting the alarms properly, before checking what the flashing lights meant, before checking your children's rooms? The dad apparently went around and checked all the doors, but he didn't go upstairs to check on the children. The mother had been in and out drinking with friends before they came back to the house for the whenever they had their swing party, smoking marijuana, screwing each other, but they didn't have time to check their kids. Are we getting the drift here? This is what's prompting my anger. When this individual who has the nerve to get up here on these YouTube streets and slander people also gets up and relays essentially a similar lifestyle. So yes, you can get your ass up here and lie on me. I can get up here and judge you with the facts based on the information that you have provided us. Don't ever get back up on any platform and slander me, or I will take your ass to court. You are the one that has a problem. You are the one that gets agitated because you don't have liquor in front of you. You're the one who goes around trying to validate as normal every sexual act anybody ever did. This is the same person who validated and supported, let me see your handcuffs, giving head on a Greyhound bus. This is a version of events that let me see your handcuffs had herself relayed. That is public display of nudity. That is performing a sex act in public, and that is a criminal offense. See, she doesn't even acknowledge that. She just acknowledges that let me see your handcuffs, give head on a Greyhound bus, and that's if she wants to do it, she can do it. This is what this person is. Indiscriminate. Indiscriminate is perilous. Absolutely no bounds, no limits. Anything goes, no matter where it is and who it's with. Because that's what she does in her home. And she gets up here and has the nerve to sit here and try to devalue other people, but she has to do it by telling lies on them. Not with any truth, with lies. You surely would validate these parents' rights to swing. Their right to swing, as you would their right to drink, as you would their right to smoke marijuana. Well, look what ended up happening. Did these parents kidnap and murder their own child? No. Were they severely neglectful? Yes, they were. You can't separate one from the other. So your lifestyle pretty much mirrors these parents, and you think you can get up here and judge people, and when people dare to mention something they consider to be revolting, you want to normalize it all. You want to normalize the fact that your husband brings all these men into your home to run through you, and you constantly are in a state of inebriation. How do we know that? Because you get agitated when you don't have liquor. You're up here screaming for somebody to bring you liquor. That's your priority, just like these parents' priority was smoking and drinking and screwing other people. Quit getting up here and lying on people when you need to take care of business in your own house. And yes, she goes around crying. Oh my God, here we go. Oh my God, they're mommy shaming me. Well, you're lying on people. If you can get up here and lie on people, people can get up here and judge your lifestyle because you're putting it out there. Keep your damn nose out of shit where you're going to end up involved in a situation you don't want to be involved with. I'm not going to spend any more time on this individual. Just make sure we avoid each other in these YouTube streets. If I see you anywhere, I'm going to be personally blocking you. Hopefully, we won't end up on the same platform. I don't wish to share a platform with someone who has a stance about sex and drugs and drinking that's 100% amoral. There are no boundaries on anything that she does, just like these parents. And people want to say, oh my God, these poor parents, they lost a kid. What? Are you serious? This child was kidnapped and murdered. They believe she was strangled, but her body was so decomposed after 3 weeks they couldn't even determine a cause of death. And there was every reason to believe that she was sexually assaulted because the convicted murderer had a history of molesting children and they found child porn on his computer. Poor parents? Are you serious? They were enjoying themselves. They were enjoying themselves to the point they didn't even check their kids' room. Quit trying to act like people are victims when they are responsible for the evil that visits upon them. Children pay for the sins of their parents. Quit coming up here slandering people when your shit is not together. You're trying to find stuff negative about people and you got to lie to do it. Take care of this shit in your own house. Keep your nose out of people's business where you don't belong. And this is not saying that people can't make comments about other people, but she goes far. She goes way over the line. She slanders people, makes up shit. You don't have a right to make up lies on people. You don't have a right to slander people with the bullshit that you said. And there are many of us out here are not going to be putting up with this shit. Quit slandering people, quit making up lies on people, and take care of the bullshit in your own gnarly household. Hypersensitivity. Look at her crying, so-and-so's mommy shaming me. Well, if you can lie on people, people can mommy shame you with facts. Facts that you are providing us. Facts that we see with our own eyes. Not that I go over to your panel, I wouldn't dare go over there. The very few times I did go there, when you were acting the fool on Rev G and me, I saw more than enough. Before, there was a time you seemed like you had it a little bit together, but as time went on, I saw you were drinking more and more and more on camera, getting more agitated because the liquor wasn't there. And for your information, mixing marijuana and alcohol is not a wise move. That causes all types of impairments. These parents were impaired to the point they didn't even think to go check in their children's room for almost 9 freaking hours. So they don't even know when this child came up missing or was kidnapped. Tread carefully before you open up your mouth because you can't handle what people have to come back to you with. That's all I'm going to say about this, hopefully for good. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.